Ballers Against Bullets is a comic book with a message of nonviolence. It tells the story of two teenage basketball players who find a safe way to defuse a potentially deadly conflict. The comic book is aimed at preteens to give them a preview of the choices they may soon have to make. Makai Mixon, a sixth grader from Jacksonville, is a fan of the comic book who wrote an award-winning essay about the lessons he learned from it.
That made me feel great about myself, like actually absolute excellent, because pretty much like I haven't been known for like that much, but see, now it's getting out there and everybody's starting to know me, so pretty much I'm very excited about it.
Mixon, who also produced a video based on his essay, says the comic book has an important message for young people who are tempted to use guns and other weapons.
It will like make them come to an understanding. What they should do is, like, instead of trying to fight over it, like come to conclusion or whatever and say, oh, sorry for this, and like explain why, and like express your feelings to that person to see how you make them feel. So basically, like, treat others like how you want to be treated.
The comic book is a product of the Oxford-based Agency for Substance Abuse Prevention. ASAP's executive director, Siram Selassie, says his group has distributed more than 3,500 copies around the state since its release last fall. Selassie says the comics have been placed in public housing authority properties, universities, counselors and doctors' offices, and barbershops. They're given out at Pooh's Barbershop in Anniston, whose owner, Thomas Zimmerman, helped write the stories. Selassie says his group decided to target a young audience with this message because gun violence is a major cause of death among people between the ages of 16 and 23.
We know that mentality of shooting and being shot at doesn't start at age 16. It starts much younger. Therefore, we created the comic books, a cool and interactive way to get a message to those younger people while they're still in their formative years, in order to hopefully curb them in the future when they get to 16, 17, 18 of participating in substance misuse and gun violence.
Selassie says the Ballers Against Bullets has received a very good response from its intended audience and from others interested in reducing gun violence in the region.
Yes, it's been very positive feedback, especially from the parents. What else we didn't intend, just a positive unintended consequence, is that a lot of our local educators have said, hey, we appreciate it because it helps boost literacy. A lot of times young people are reading stuff that sometimes they're not even interested in, but to read a comic book that talks about something that they really love, like basketball and sports, it gets them thinking in different ways, and they're actually learning without knowing that they're learning. It's been a positive response all the way around. And again, we've been able to get them out in Birmingham, Montgomery. Again, we hope they get across the entire state of Alabama.
Selassie says plans are being made for a second issue of the comic book, and a quarterly contest will be held for young readers like Makai Mixon to write essays and make videos based on those stories.